If you want to get a champs but are struggling in arena, Hype Nite might be your only chance. So in this video, I will cover how to get the most points out of the Hype Nites. Specifically talking how to get to the top 1% of Hype Nite. So in this video, I will cover just that. And getting that top 1% is actually much easier than what people think. I will give you an example of how many kills and placement you need to get to that top 1%, and it's so much easier than you think. So make sure to stick around for that. But now before we jump in this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you find these videos helpful. But now, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump in the video. Alright, so the first tip I have for you guys is understanding the format. So if you look at tournament details, we see the format right here. And as we can see, each elimination gives you 1 point. And then you can get up to 14 points from placement. So knowing this information, now we know how to play the game, right? Because there's basically two options, to either W key or play for placement. And now this depends on how good you are as a player. So if you're confident in fighting, I would definitely recommend W keying. Now obviously don't go crazy and don't storm push, but getting like 10 kills in your first few games would be absolutely huge. Now if you're not the best player, I would still recommend W keying, but make sure you have a huge advantage over your opponent when you're picking a fight. So what I mean by this is either beaming him before the fight starts, so you have the health advantage, or by having a weapon such as an RPG, because of course that will pressure your opponent and then you can take control of the fight. And now the second thing you need to know is how many games and how much time you have. So in these Hype Nites, you get 10 games in 3 hours. So make sure you keep track of your games and how many games you played, because if you have an hour left and like 5 games left, you have to double key, because there's no way you can play all 5 games in an hour. A whole game lasts about 22 to 25 minutes. Okay, so this right here on your screen is an example of what you need to get, including placement and kills, in order to get to that top 1%. So at least for the last Hype Night, top 1% was around 70 points. It might be even less, I'm not sure, but our goal is to get 75 points. So as I said, first games, you have to double key. Alright, the players are not the best, and it's pretty easy to get eliminations. So let's say you get 5 kills and 3rd place. Now you have 15 points. Okay, now second game, you get 4 kills and again 3rd place. Now you're up to 29 points. Now this may seem kind of difficult to you guys, or it may seem super simple. Of course it depends what skill you are, but it doesn't really matter, because look, 3rd game, let's say you die off spawn. It's still fine, it does not matter. In 4th game and 5th game you only get 2 kills. And placement not ideal. And if that happens, or you're doing even worse, don't worry about it. You can still come back. It is the easiest thing ever. Because look, 6th game, you can still die off spawn, you're completely fine. 7th game, you didn't do bad, 3 kills, 10th place, that's pretty solid. 8th game, you scuffed again, you died mid-game. 9th game, you get 0 kills. Pretty good placement, but 0 kills. And even with that, you get top 1% super easily, and you still have 1 game left. And then for the last game, let's say you get 2 kills and 25th place. You're up to 81 points if you do this. Now, okay, let's say your first few games don't go as well. Let's say you get 3 kills and 10th place. So now instead of 15, you have 11 points. And let's say your second game also doesn't go as well, and you get 2 kills and let's say 11th place. And look at that, even if you didn't do as good in your first few games and still scuffed 3rd, 6th and 8th game, you still have 73 points, which doesn't get you to your goal, but that's still top 1%. So it is so much easier to get to the top 1% than people think. The most important thing is not to give up and have a good mentality. Just make sure to play smart, know when to take fights, and know when to play for endgame, and I guarantee you, you will get that top 1%. Oh, and also I do recommend playing Hype Nite Plus, because top 1% gives you 950 points instead of 500 in the normal Hype Nite. So I know the players might be a little better in Hype Nite Plus, but if you apply all of these tricks I gave in this video, you can still get the top 1% really easily. So that is going to be it for this video. If this video helped you guys, please leave a like and subscribe, and tell me what video you want to see next. But that's gonna be it. Peace out.